Darren, time to talk about Pro Betta Live. It's an exciting product we brought into the world about February, March, early autumn. Something we've been developing along and something that we're really looking to launch hard into the spring. It is the complete distillation of a lot of the things that we do, and I think it's just something that we can only highly recommend to people.
Absolutely. I think with the other sets we do, that my Melbourne set, for instance, you get it Thursday night, you get an update Saturday morning. Often things change during the day, and you'd love the opportunity to communicate with your subscribers in a race day. Sometimes it doesn't matter; everything stays the same. But often, whether it's a track pattern, whether it's weather, whether it's wind, there's just some things that can happen during the day. You might get a bit of information from one of the stables about a horse or whatever, and Pro Betta Live's giving us a chance to communicate with our subscribers throughout the day. And the other thing that's, I think, been fantastic is that we're getting feedback from the mounting yard.
Yep.
Now, we might have taken a fairly conservative betting option on a horse on Saturday morning. We might have had, say, 5 units on it, for instance. I'm trying to think of a recent good example, but anyway.
Holler was an example on Saturday.
Yeah,
we were on and you said leave us out or whatever.
Yeah, Holler was a good example. 10 units. So we were having a fairly, it was an odds-on chance, so it wasn't, or an even money chance. It wasn't an overly aggressive bet, but you guys provide us with feedback that
leave us right out.
Especially at that point in betting, it was $1.65.
That's right.
It did ease dramatically very late, and it gave our subscribers the chance to trade out of the position that we'd recommended taking $1.95 or even money early. They could have laid it at $1.70 and got profited on the race, watching it go around for nothing. And it's a good. And there's other ones where it's the other way.
But basically, to explain it though, mate, it's the crux of it is still the sets that we send out, and obviously you need a framework to work within. So that gives us the basis to work around. But for those unfamiliar with Pro Betta Live, it is an evolving process that all you do is log into a chat room. It's easily accessible on your tablet, on your phone, and on your computer. It works just as well across all of them, if not as better on your phone, or as well on your phone as anything. And it's just a constant update throughout the day about what the position is, using the sets as the backbone of it.
Yeah.
You do need a base obviously to work off, and there's sets that Darren provides for Melbourne, and also that we spend a bit of time working together on fine-tuning them and bringing in all the information that we've got from around different places to put that set together. And then throughout the afternoon, as Darren said, we'll have updates from the mounting yard on, we sort of generally like to call them green and red lights for the horses that we like, we're ready to go or we're not ready to go, or neutral on them or whatever, or if there's anything else that we need to bring in. Really trying to keep up to date with who the big players are backing. We see sometimes that horses have just been bet around, or actually horses have been zoned in on. So we try to let you know who's backing what to give you a really good idea about what's happening in the betting in the betting with those horses. Sometimes horses ease as we know, Darren, and it's just because they're not the flavour of the month. But there's other horses that ease. Amavar Show, in instance, the most recent one, where you just say you're not in the race.
Yeah.
And they're some of the things that we try to bring through our knowledge of how the market is working.
Yeah, and it's hard for us to know exactly how our clients have reacted to that and what they've done betting-wise. But last Saturday, the last race, I made a comment early in betting that both transfers and Song and Laughter were surprisingly well found. And shortly after that, Dallas reported that whether it was Fletch or Kingsley or whoever, one of the big punters were backing both of those horses, and it made you think, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
And of course, when they've jumped, they've gone straight to the front, those two. They've dominated a fairly gentle tempo and quinelled the race. They only got home narrowly, but it made you think, why are these horses so short? If those guys are backing it, there's a very good reason for it.
Very valid reason, because they win.
It's that sort of conversation that's happening throughout the day, who's backing who, at the mounting yard, whatever it is, that giving a lot of clues to our subscribers to help them think their way through a race day.
But basically, we do have a very good network of people that we're involved with, and we're bringing you that network throughout the afternoon. Normally it's just us sitting around talking to ourselves, but we are able to bring you through Pro Betta Live and through all the comments that we put up throughout the afternoon. We're able to bring you all the information that we're getting on course and all that intelligence that is only really available to, I suppose, not too many people, but you join Pro Betta Live and that's available to you, and it's not the fee, the weekly fee of $99 normally, but we'll have specials throughout it. Is just you're getting the 2 sets, you're getting all that information plus the ability to ask questions too. I mean, and we encourage as much questioning as possible. You might have a horse you specifically want to know about him for the yard. You might want to know about a specific betting move, or just a specific form on the horse that we haven't mentioned. It's a forum that's there for you to use and contact basically anybody in racing through that, because we can find them if you want to talk to them.
Absolutely. I mean, for instance, I would encourage all the subscribers, the current ones and new ones, to ask as many questions as possible. I'm asking Dallas questions. There's often a horse that I'll look at and think, on form, this horse shouldn't be this price, whether it's one way or the other. It could be well over what I think it should be or well under. And I'll ask Dallas a question to try and find out whether it's something to do with the mounting yard, fitness. Is it a wet track situation? Is there something that I'm not seeing that's changing the price of that horse? And I think the more that our subscribers ask those type of questions, the more comfortable they'll be, the more confidence they'll get in their betting.
So it is a little bit of a different way of thinking about things. It is an ongoing touchy-feely experience throughout the day, and yeah, but it's not too hard to follow. All it is a line of comments all through the day that just scroll down the screen, which you can scroll up and back to or whatever. There's nothing complex about it. It's following a set, just adding a couple of layers to it, at actually a cheaper price than what you can buy 2 sets for anyway. So and it's ongoing, but you can pull out at any time you want too. So it's $99 a week, and as soon as you want to opt out, you can.
And we repeat the staking plans that are in the sets at the start of the betting for each race, and then I update them at the end. So if I think there's an obvious, increase, or we should decrease our exposure to a horse, we'll state that in the final units. I'm probably going to do a bit more of that as we go forward. I've been a bit loath to, particularly really late and play, tell people to lay horses, but it's something that it's becoming more and more obvious that we should be doing. There's profit for our subscribers in horses that, whether the market's thrown them out or any number of reasons that we've identified and we can profit from. We haven't specifically been instructing people to do it, but it's something we'll do a bit more.
Absolutely. I should say the actual the change in or the adjustments to the betting plan actually are increasing the profitability as well too. So you're actually making more money. If you're just getting Darren's set, you can make more money by being Pro Betta Live by following those adjustments, because the adjustments have proven to be the right. Percentagely the right call.
The last 3 weeks in Melbourne, it's been significantly better. I think 3 weeks ago it was a break-even set in the morning one with the adjustments that ended up being plus 25.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think there was a couple of races there we've chopped out on a couple of horses which would have been stripped out.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and there it is. But I mean that is the evolution of it. So all you got, any questions, just email them in. Happy to answer them. But it's very basic. You get the sets delivered via email at the normal time. We'll have some upgrades to the actual chat room where you can actually be viewing your set at the same time.
Excellent.
There'll be more features happening to it, and you can just do that by emailing us, because it's now starting to rain, Darren.
That'll do.
We'll see you in the chat room at Pro Betta Live. But as I said, any questions, just send them in. But jump on board. It really, we believe it's going to be something that develops into just something you must have if you want to be serious about winning on the punt, and that's what it is all about: a long-term profitability, and that's what we almost guarantee about that you're going to get by following it.
Good stuff. Thanks, Dal.